Hey y'all, this is Carly and I am here today with a little bit of a different worm review. So the response on the first in front of the camera video that I did was overwhelmingly positive. I really appreciate all of the feedback that y'all gave. That's really helpful to me, positive or negative. As far as I remember, it was all positive, which I really, really appreciate. So many of y'all said that you just enjoyed the channel and would watch it regardless, and that really does mean a lot to me. You have no idea. I just make these videos for fun, and it's something that I enjoy, and this is a huge hobby of mine that I like sharing with y'all. So I am really excited that y'all enjoy watching the videos and have a good time here with me. So I thought that a worm review would be kind of a good thing to do in this format, since it's not something where you really need the wax laid out in front of you. So that is what I'm going to do today, and I will just dive right in. So I will first kind of show you the box that we have so that you can see. This is kind of an overview of what we've got. It's not quite as full as it is sometimes, but it was getting pretty full and I had time to film one, so I thought I would jump right in and go ahead and do that. So I'll start out with what I'm melting right now, which is from Jamie Ann's wax, and it is in the scent, I'm gonna have to read it before I show it to y'all, Throwing Shade. You can see this is from October, so it should be nice and cured. And there are the scent notes if you're interested. So cotton candy frosting, satsuma, and fresh picked strawberries. And this one is doing pretty well. This is actually, if I didn't already say it, what I have melting right now. And it is fully melted. I would say it's a light medium throw at the moment. I'm sitting here in my bedroom and that's where it's melting. So I would say it's light medium. Right at this point, I haven't melted too much from her yet, so I don't have an overall viewpoint of how her wax performs for me at this time, but that is how this one is doing. It smells pretty good. I get a lot of the cotton candy. It's definitely, the fruity notes are really creamed out. So that is that one. The next one that I have here, this was a sample from the Scented Squirrel, and this is in, I think, lemon lavender pound cake or lavender lemon pound cake. This one is really good. This is actually one that was on my list of melts to just kind of get out of the way, and so I plan to just melt this in my living room where excuse me, where I'm not very often, and just again kind of get it out of the way. But it actually smelled pretty good on cold, so I decided to melt it in my bedroom, and it was really good. It threw for a while. I left at one point and came back and turned the warmer back on, and it still threw really well. So it's overwhelmingly lemon, I would say, kind of like a bakery lemon. But you do get a little bit of the lavender. I melted it during the day, and I almost kind of wished that I had melted it at night, because it did have enough lavender to be kind of more of a bedtime blend, in my opinion. The next one that I have here is Watermelon Passion Fruit from Rose Girls, and I actually melted this at my bridal shower, which was, as of when I'm filming this past weekend. It was actually a couple shower, so my fiance and I had our couple friends there and family friends and all that kind of thing, and this was the melt that I chose for that, mostly because my fiance really liked it. But we did champagne with all of these different fruit juice mixers to like put in the champagne, and so I thought that this just kind of went with that theme because it was a really fruity, bright, summery juice type of note. It smells really like a it smells like a juice. It smells like a watermelon passion fruit juice. I'm sure that's probably not a thing, but if it were, it's just kind of that sweet, sugary fruit juice type scent. So it was really good. Everybody said it smelled really good and really liked it. My parents' house is pretty open concept, which is where the party was, and it performed well. This next one is from Vintage Chic Scents. I will show it to you there, and then I will read it because I cannot read it that well backwards like that. But this is Afternoon Petit Fours, which is blackberry jam, butter cookies, and lemon curd. So we melted this one as we were getting ready for the bridal shower, just sort of setting up and all of that kind of thing. So again, it was melting in my parents' kitchen, which is really large and open concept with the living room. And it did do well. The lemon came out quite a bit after maybe an hour and a half, but it wasn't, I would say it was a solid medium throughout the bottom floor. If you kind of sniffed for it a little bit, you could get it, but as VCS usually is, for me, it didn't perform super great being in a really large area. I typically use this as more of a bedroom melt, which is what I would have done, but my mom, you know, I just had the selection of wax melts that I'd brought sitting out, and she really liked that one and popped it in, but I think that VCS definitely for me works better in a smaller room, but that's just my personal experience. Here is the next one. This is fresh cucumber and pink sugar from Rose Girls. This was a sample that I got in my most recent mini melters order, and I also ordered a chunk bag of this for the most recent order. This one is really good. It's a really fresh scent. I described it kind of as a fresh watery scent with pink sugar when I did my review of the chunk bag, or my cold review of the chunk bag. But this one, really when it's melting to me, you get more of the actual cucumber note. So on cold, I'm still getting more of just kind of a fresh, kind of oceany note, if that makes sense. Just a fresh, watery, kind of oceany note with that pink sugar. But when it's melting, it's more of like a cucumber scent, which I don't know how else to describe it but that. But if you've smelled cucumber, like cucumber water, you know, that kind of thing, it smells more like that to me when it's actually melting. You still get the pink sugar the most, but if you're someone who hates cucumber, I don't think you would like it on warm, if that makes sense. The next one, pardon me, that I have here is Catwoman from Sewer Tarts. And I'll show you, it's super cute because it has, I mean, I know I've showed this in a haul before, but it has like little cat scratches because it's Catwoman, so I think that's super cute. This one is sweetened condensed milk, Nilla wafers, and mixed berry smoothie. I think I said before that this reminds me kind of like a middle school or an elementary school snack, because you really do get that milk scent and the Nilla wafers and kind of that creamy, fruity berry, wild berry mousse scent. This is really nice. I absolutely love this. If you're not a milk or sugar milk fan, I do not think this would be for you, because that is by far the strongest note in this. And when it's melting as well, that's definitely the strongest note. It is a little bit tart or a little bit sour. I guess I like that, so when I say that, I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I really enjoy that scent. I love sugar milk. I love, you know, milk scents, anything like that. So to me, it was absolutely perfect. I melted it at night. I loved it. You got the Nilla wafer. You got definitely by far the most that sweetened condensed milk, and definitely that strong wild berry mousse. So it's a great blend of all three, but if you don't like sugar milk or milky scents, I don't think you would want to go for that one. Let's see, this next one is from Bento Wax Co. This is Expecto Patronum, which is lavender, cotton candy, birthday cake, and a bit of sugar cookie. I'll show you that one. And I know that I've mentioned in a video or two before that I didn't get that great of throw from Bento Wax Co. And these are the ones that come in like a little sushi roll, so it's pretty big and it's more wax than I typically melt at once. So I was always cutting them in half and melting it like that, and I wish I could remember who suggested that I melted the whole thing, because I would certainly say who it was if I remembered. I need to go back through the comments, but somebody suggested, you know, that they normally melt the whole thing, so just throw the whole thing in and see how it does. And I usually hate to do that, to like put in more, because then if it's too much, there's really nothing you can do about it, and I feel like I kind of wasted it. But I was like, you know what, I'm not getting good throw from it the way that I'm doing it, so I'm just gonna try it. And I tried it with this one. Somebody posted in the Facebook group that they were melting this one night, and it just sounded amazing, so I grabbed it and put it in. It was so strong when I melted the whole sushi roll, so I can't say, this is the only one that I've melted using the whole roll, so I can't really say if it's just this scent that's really strong or if it's from using the whole roll, but it did amazing. It definitely wasn't too much like I thought it would be, or it would drown out the scent. It was absolutely perfect. So if you have tried Bento Wax Co. and maybe had trouble with the throw and you weren't using the entire sushi roll, try using the whole thing. I melted it in my mainstays. All of these were, except for a couple were in a Glade, but almost all of these were melted in my 24 watt mainstays, and this one did amazingly like that. So I'm actually excited to melt more of her stuff now. I wasn't really, because it hadn't done that well for me in the past, but after melting that one, I'm really excited to melt more Bento Wax Co. This next one is from Candles from the Keeping Room. This is Funky Monkey Marshmallow. And this one, I kind of have the same story. So, from Candles from the Keeping Room, her tarts, I don't know if you can see if I just kind of show one, but this is one of her sun tarts. This is the back of one of them, and they're pretty big. Again, it's more wax than I typically put in my warmer, and so I usually cut them in half. And I melted this either earlier today or yesterday, and I just didn't feel like cutting anything, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to put in the whole thing. And it almost filled up the warmer plate, like, to the top. I mean, it was quite a bit of wax, but it threw so well in my bedroom. It was a strong throw. This is, I don't have the exact scent notes, but I believe it's just like banana and marshmallow. I think the scent description actually says a ton of other things, but essentially what you smell is banana and marshmallow. And I love banana scents. I know a lot of people don't, but I loved this. It was such a sweet, creamy, marshmallowy banana scent. It almost smelled kind of like a pina colada, like it was that level of being creamy, but with banana. So it was really, really good. I really enjoyed this one, and I think I'm going to start just using a whole tart with her. So I don't know if overall I've just been using not enough wax. I know when I first started out, I was kind of trying to conserve my wax when I first got into vendor wax and wasn't using that much, but now I have so much that, not that I'm trying to just melt through it and waste it, but I don't mind using whatever amount I need to use to get good throw, if that makes sense. So I think overall I'm going to try to start using just a little bit more at a time than I'm used to using, because or at least with vendors that I'm having trouble getting throw with, and see if that makes a difference, which it already has with some vendors, like I said. Let's see, this next one is from Rose Girls. This is Dragon Fruit and Awapuhi Berry Daiquiri. And again, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. But this is her mini melters. And this one, I can't remember if I melted 2 or 3 pieces. I think I just melted 2 of like these little cubes because they were pretty big. And I don't remember a ton about this one. I just remember I think it was really like a pretty strong, or at least a high medium fruity berry drink type scent. So that one was really nice and really good for when it's hot outside. Like I've said several times, it is already nice and hot outside in Texas. So this one is from Super Tarts. This is Nothing's Impossible, which is almond marzipan, vanilla ice cream, and vanilla sugar waffle cone. And this one is from the, I think she just calls it the Wonderland collection. And this one is really good. This is a nice, light, sweet, creamy, beautiful bakery scent. This was another one that I melted at my parents' house. So that one was in a Glade warmer. We melted this after the bridal shower, after everybody left. And I knew that it was the one that my mom would pick because she loves bakery. But it was really, really good. It was sweet and creamy and just a nice light bakery. And it had, I would say, a high medium throw. It was never like strong, again, in an open concept area, but it was good. I usually get good performance from Super Tarts. This next one is also from Super Tarts. This is Dream Girl, which is sugar dusted mandarin oranges and cotton candy mimosas. There's that one. Really pretty label, and I'll show y'all too, because it's really cute. It has like a little Barbie head on it right there. So this one is super cute. This was good. I melted this one in my room. It was really good melting. It was definitely stronger melting than it was on cold. And it was definitely a really, really sweet fruity scent. So you got the orange, I guess. You got like that orange scent, but it was really, really sweet, kind of from that, I guess, the cotton candy. So it was like a really, really sweet orange. Really nice. Really kind of a girly, fruity type scent. Let's see. This one is from Rainbow Melts. This is Gingerbread House, which is gingerbread applesauce and buttery gingerbread cookies and waffles. So there is that one. I melted one of these little gingerbread men in my warmer. It did really well. This was a strong scent. It did really well in my bedroom. I melted it at night when I wanted kind of a warmer bakery scent. I think it was a little bit cooler or rainy one night this week, and this was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. This is pretty similar. Again, I don't really like to compare vendors too much, but if you've tried Suki from Super Tarts, which is one that a ton of people are loving right now, was really similar to that, and I love that scent. So this one is really, really good. Let's see. This one, again, is from Candles from the Keeping Room and Watermelon Cake. This one was really, really nice. I think it's a pretty true to life watermelon. It wasn't too sweet and candy-like. It was a pretty fresh watermelon scent. And then with just a little bit of bakery from that cake. And I believe I did the same with this. Yeah, so I just melted one little square and I got really good throw from it. So I think I'm just going to start melting the whole shape with her shapes from now on, definitely. This one is from L3 Waxy Wonders, and I should have read it before I showed it to you because I can't read it like that. But this is Susan the Gentle, which is Soothing Lavender Birthday Cake and Strawberry Jam. Now, I hate to say this, but out of everything that I melted, this... Well, let me see what I still have left. Yeah, so out of everything that I melted, this is probably the one that I got the worst performance from. I have not had good luck with L3 Waxy Wonders, and I hate that because I know that so many people love their wax. So if you have any advice, again, I've only tried melting their stuff in my 24 watt mainstays, which is what I melt pretty much all of my wax in. So what I used is, I mean, this is one of her, like, those big cubes, and I melted a fourth of it. So if you have any suggestion for a different warmer, I have the 24 watt mainstays, and I also have a Glade warmer. I can't remember what the wattage is on that one, but I'm open to potentially getting another warmer if need be. Just if you have any tips for melting L3, I've really appreciated y'all's tips with other vendors, and they have been really helpful. So, or if you also don't get a very good throw, let me know that too, so I know that it's not just me. But I really love the blends. On cold, they're really good. I had one that did well because it was really minty, and I feel like most, you know, minty blends, like, at least the mint is going to come out, so those usually you're going to get at least some throw from. But I mean, this one I got maybe like a light medium or a pretty light throw. I mean, I really kind of had to smell for it to get it, and it is, I guess, kind of a lighter scent overall anyways. But this is from December 2016, I think towards the beginning of December, so it's been at least 4, if not closer to 5 months. So I don't feel like curing really has anything to do with it, so I'm not sure if it's the amount of wax or the warmer, but let me know if you have any thoughts on that. This next one is from Rose Girls. This is actually from my very first Rose Girls that I got from a giveaway, and this is Blue Sugar Ice Cream Scoop Red French Vanilla. I had completely forgotten about this scent, and then I remembered it. I was just digging through my drawer, and I was so excited to melt it. This one was really good. I would say it was a solid medium, maybe a high medium at times, and you definitely got a little bit of that sort of sweet masculine scent from the Blue Sugar, and then you got like a really sweet kind of bakery note, I guess, from that ice cream scoop bread. That one was really, really good. Or, I'm sorry, the ice cream, yeah, scoop bread French vanilla. So that one was really good. Let's see. This next one is from Vintage Chic Scents. I don't even know if y'all can see any of these that I'm holding up at all. I apologize if you can't. But this is Dessert with Maureen O'Hara. And this one is Blueberry Cobbler, Blackberry Jam, Butter Cookies. This one was really good. I'm having trouble remembering this one. I think it was just kind of like a really sweet berry scent, if I'm not mistaken. This was towards the beginning of the week, so it smells really good on cold. I don't remember it doing poorly, so I'm sure. I also don't remember it blowing me out of the water, so I'm sure it did pretty average for VCS, which would be about a medium. And on cold, I get the blueberry the most, so, but I don't really remember that one melting that much, so I do apologize about that one. And then this is my very last one. This is from Super Tarts again, and this is Ruby Slippers. This one is Strawberries and Cream, Sugar Milk, and Pound Cake. So this one, again, with the sugar milk, I absolutely love the sugar milk in this, but if you don't like sugar milk, I don't think that this would be the one for you, because you definitely can smell it on warm. I don't think you can smell it as much on cold. I get more of the strawberries and cream on cold, but when this one is melting, it's a really nice creamy strawberry sugar milk type scent. So if you don't really like sugar milk, you probably wouldn't like this one, but I love sugar milk, so it was really good. Good performer like usual. And that is it. So thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to let me know, again, if you do or do not like this type of format for warm reviews. I think that that's one of the things that it's best for, as far as me being in front of the camera, just because it's mostly just kind of chatting about these scents. And definitely let me know if you have any advice for melting L3 Waxy Wonders that might help me get better performance, because I do have at least 12, like quite a few of those big chunks from them that I want to melt and enjoy. So if I need to melt like a whole half of the chunk or in a different warmer, whatever the deal is with that. So as always, thank you all so much for watching. Please leave any questions, comments, suggestions down below. I would love to talk to y'all down in the comments, and have a fabulous day. I'll see you soon in another video. Bye guys.